In this video, I will show you how to create professional whiteboard animation videos step by step. You will be able to create Doodle sketch videos like this, or colored Doodle sketch videos like this. You can choose a whiteboard, Blackboard, Glassboard, or even use a custom background image or custom color. You will learn how to do this yourself even if you have never created any videos before. No video editing experience required, and no need to hire any video editor. In fact, I'll even show you how to select a custom path for the drawing hand, so you can have it draw each element exactly the way you want. By the end of this video, you'll know how to create whiteboard animation videos like a pro. And the best thing is, you don't need to pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars to create these kind of videos. And yes, some people are actually paying that much. But you don't have to. Hi, my name is Andrew Risk. I create videos for entrepreneurs to help them build and grow their businesses online. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon to see more of my videos. Now let's get started. To create whiteboard animation videos, I'll be using a simple piece of software called Doodly. I'll put the link in the video description for you to check it out. This is a downloadable software that works on both Windows and Mac. The reason I chose Doodly is that it's very easy to use. It has a lot of great features and you can create high quality videos. Plus, it's really fun to create these videos. You can do a lot with it. It comes with many assets, including pre-built characters, images, and even complete scenes. So you don't have to start from scratch. In fact, if you use the link in the video description to buy Doodly, I will even send you more images, characters, music tracks, and much more. I have put all these special bonuses for you as a thank you. And by the way, you won't find them anywhere else. Check out all the extra bonuses that you'll get from the link in the video description. Now, let's dive into Doodly. So I'm here inside Doodly, and as you can see, I have some videos created. And for today, I will show you how to create this video right here. This is a sample of a whiteboard video, and I already have a sample for a colored version of the same video, so I will show you both, but let me first show you this one. As you can see, I already have all the slides and everything is already in place. So let's see how this looks like.
Hello, this is David. David runs his own business selling local goods. But David has a big problem. He got too much to do and he can't find qualified help. Everywhere David has looked, he has only found unqualified employees. Then one day David called the solution company. Over the phone, the solution company was able to analyze David's needs and match him with qualified candidates. Within days, David had a wide selection of qualified pre-screened workers to choose from. Thanks to the solution company, now David can sit back and relax knowing he has got the right people for the right job. Do you want to find the right people for your business? Call the solution company today. Let the solution company help you grow your business.
Alright, so to get started, I will go back and I'll hit create new video. And as you can see, we have different options. We have a whiteboard, chalkboard, we have a glassboard, and we also have a custom background image or color. So you can choose any of these options, and we'll give a title to our project and choose a resolution. I'll choose a high definition. And by the way, you can also create a Facebook and Instagram videos if you click this option. So let's go ahead and create this video. So we can start from scratch here, as you can see, and let me walk you through all the options you have with Doodly before we create our project. On the left, we have all of our elements. First, we have scenes. These are complete scenes that you can easily drag and drop, and it will create your whole slide, as you can see, with so many different elements, and all these small elements can be used, on a different slide, or you can merge different elements to create your whole slide. Next, you have characters, and As you can see, we have many characters and you can upload your own by clicking here. Next, you have props. These are small images that we can drag and drop in our scenes, as you can see. And next we have fonts, and you can upload your own fonts from here. We also have music tracks, and you can upload your own music tracks. And lastly, you can click here to get more images in case you want to. On the right side, we have actions and we have scene settings. The scene settings is where you control all the settings that you want for every scene or every slide. So I can choose a different hand, for example. I can choose a different, style. If I want this to be a dark chalkboard, I can do that, and I can apply this only on this specific scene. And this is only going to be applicable on this scene. If I want my settings to be applied on the whole video, this is where you will do it from here. Under the video settings, this is where all the settings are going to be applied. So if I select whiteboard, click apply, it's going to apply whiteboard, but since I selected Blackboard for this scene, it's still showing as black. If I create a new slide, this slide is going to be whiteboard, and the first one is going to be Blackboard. So if I go back, let me select this first scene, and I'll simply choose use, the video settings, and click apply. This will have all my slides, are white or having like the same settings. These are just a quick overview of what you'll get here in terms of the settings. And as you can see, we have a very simple timeline. You will be able to create different slides easily by clicking here. This is going to create a new slide. You can easily right click and copy or duplicate, and you can preview each slide. Here you can add your music tracks, or you can record your voiceover directly inside the software. So to get started, let's go back to the scenes, and we want to create our first scene here. So I will remove these two scenes. So our video has the first scene showing like this. This is David. So we will need to create a similar scene here. So I will choose this one. This one has a text and it also has a character. So I will click and hit delete, or you can click this small remove icon. It's gonna remove the character. And I will look for the same character under my characters. And I know that this character is called Adam, so I can simply search for Adam. And I'll simply resize it. And we can easily edit the text by clicking on it. And I will type in this is, and I'll remove this one, and I'll just duplicate this text by right click and say copy, and right click and hit paste. So now I'm having the same font, same color, same size, and I will type in David. And the reason I copied the text is because I want to choose a different color for the word David. So here I will choose red and hit apply. And this is the first slide. As you can see, it's pretty simple. To preview our slide, we will click here. As you can see, it's looking good. You can also preview your slide by clicking here. This is a faster way to preview your slides. As you move forward, you'll create more slides. It's gonna be easier to, track and preview your slides from this window. So in order to start creating our video, I need to make sure that my scenes are synced with my music track. And if you remember, our video actually has two music tracks. We have a voiceover.
This is David. David runs his...
And we have a background music. So to get started, I'll need to add my own music first before I start creating more scenes. So to do that, I'll go under my music. And I already have uploaded the voiceover. If I go under my library, I'll have my voiceover here. So I'll simply drag it and drop it on the timeline. And I also want to have a different music track. So I'll click Add Track. And this is where I'll add my music. So I have my music here. If we preview the video,
Hello, this is David. David runs his own business.
You'll see that our music volume is high. Our music is set as 100% and our voiceover are set as 100%. To reduce the volume of my background music, I'll click here and let's say I'll set it as 20 or 15%. This will make my volume for the soundtrack, for the music track, is going to be lower than my voiceover. So if we preview this,
Hello, this is David. David runs his own business.
you see the music is playing nicely in the background. If you look at the voiceover track, you will see that we have these small bars, which is an indication of where a sentence starts and where it ends. So we simply need to adjust our scenes to match with our voiceover. So let's play this.
Hello, this is David.
So you see it works perfectly. Now let's add the second scene. And the second scene we have is...
Hello, this is David. David runs his own business selling local goods.
So the second scene is David runs his own business. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go back to scenes and we can simply choose text from here, or I can go to my fonts and choose a different font. Let's go with this one. And let's type in David runs his own business. And let's go back to characters. And in order to find my character, I can see it here, but you can also look for the character name. In this case, character name is Adam. You can search for Adam, or you can simply filter them down by clicking categories and looking, under business category, for example. You can also search for office, and this will give you all the images, under the office. So this is our second scene, and we only need to match it or sync it with our, voiceover. So the first scene starts and ends here, and the second one ends here. Let's go to the next slide.
Business selling local goods. But David has a big problem. He got too much to do and he can't find qualified help.
So to create this slide, we will go and look for Adam. This will give us all the Adam images. We can select one that's, showing Adam frustrated because he is frustrated. So we will select this one. I think this is the same one. And Since he's in a sitting position, we need to find a chair or a seat for Adam. So we will go to props, and this is where we can look for a chair. And let's go with this one. To flip it, we'll simply click flip. This is gonna flip it horizontally, and we can easily adjust it. And we can, drag Adam on top. But as you notice here, Adam is behind the chair. So in order to move him forward, we can simply click the chair and click send backwards. This is going to show that Adam is actually sitting on the chair. Next, we'll need to find these two images. So we'll go back to characters. I can either search for office and see all the office related images, or I can simply type the name for the selected character. And I know that in this case, I chose the character's name, Kevin. So I'll look for Kevin. This should give me all the Kevin images. You see, we have so many options for Kevin. So I'll select this image. And I'll look for Teffy. And here's a second image. So next we need to have the cross sign added to our scene. And this can be simply added by looking under props. If I simply search for the word cross, you'll see I have a cross here. We need to change the color, so I will simply select a red color and I'll resize it, and I'll put it on top of this image. And instead of selecting the same image again, I was just gonna duplicate it. So Ctrl C and Ctrl V if you are using Windows. This is going to duplicate the image. So now we have our scene ready. Let's see how this looks like. And instead of previewing the whole video, I just want to preview this section. So I'll put my cursor over here and hit play.
Problem. He got too much to do and he can't find qualified help. Everywhere.
As you can see, the scene is very long and it's not synced with our voiceover. So we'll need to do the same thing. We'll need to simply drag it until it matches or synced with our voiceover. Here, this should be right. Let's see.
But David has a big problem.
Okay, we'll need to make it a little longer, so it will end here.
But David has a big problem. He got too much to do and he can't find qualified help.
I want the characters to show instantly and then draw the X sign. So in order to do that, I'll go back to my scene and select the character, and I'll select none here. I'll do the same for the other one. Let's adjust the scene to end here. If we preview our scene now,
but David has a big problem. He got too
you'll
much
see that the finger is erasing this part before drawing the cross sign. So in order to avoid doing that, I'll go under the video settings and I will choose off for the erase mode. So if we check now,
but David has a big problem. He got too much to do and he can't find qualified help.
so this looks nice. The only thing we may need to adjust is the timing for every element. And the way to do that is here. You'll see that we have different layers for every element. And if I want this element to take let's say 1 second instead of 2 seconds. I'll simply adjust it from here. Same over here. And under the scene settings, I will choose 1 second. That's an extra time at the end of the slide. And click apply. And keep in mind that when you change your duration and delay time, it's gonna also affect your timeline, so you'll need to adjust this. Let's see how this will look like.
But David has a big problem. He got too much to do and he can't find qualified help.
So now it looks great. So we are ready to move to the next slide.
Much to do and he can't find qualified help. Everywhere David has looked, he has only found unqualified employees.
Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go back to characters and look for Adam. Okay, and we choose this one, Adam tired. Okay, then we simply need to place it in the middle. And we need to find these characters. So I'll go ahead and look for frustrated. And this will give me the character I was looking for. And I'll select this one and flip it. And I'll simply resize it. Next, we need to find this one. So if we go down, I'll see we have the character here. And then we need to find the board. So in order to do that, we'll go to props, search for boards. This one is good. Let's resize it. Then I will look for graph. And I will select graph down. Simply resize it. So now we have everything ready. We just need to go and look for a thinking bubble or cloud, whatever. I mean, sometimes you need to find the right, words to look for the right element. In this case, I will use a talk bubble. And I will resize it like this. I'll simply copy and paste this element and flip it. And now we need to send this element to the back. So I'll simply hit send backwards. And I'll do the same for this one. Let me resize it. Okay. Okay, so we simply need to adjust our characters a little bit. And now it's ready. Let's go to our timeline and adjust this scene. And let's preview.
Everywhere David has looked, he has only found unqualified employees.
Now we need to add the cross sign. So I'll go back to the previous slide, copy, and I'll hit paste, and now we have the cross sign here. Let's do the same thing for this one. And let's preview.
Everywhere David has looked, he has only found unqualified employees. Then one day David called the solution company. Hello, this...
So as you can see, we need to adjust the slides to end here. Let's preview this one more time.
Everywhere David has looked, he has only found unqualified employees.
So now it looks good. Let's move to the next slide.
Then one day David called the solution company. Over the phone,
We need to search for phone, and I'll drag it, drop it here, and we need to add our own logo. So I will click here and upload my logo. By the way, it's gonna be saved in your library, so in case you want to use it in the future, you should be able to. Let me remove this. So if you go under library, you will find some of the images that I have uploaded in the past. So now I have my logo and I have the phone. Let's sync it on the timeline. So let's move this over here and let's preview.
Then one day David called the solution company.
So it looks good. Now let's move to the next slide.
Solution company. Over the phone, the solution company was able to analyze David's needs and match him with qualified candidate.
Here we need to go and look for Adam. This one, Adam on the phone. Okay, so let's flip it. Then we need to add these circles and lines, and you can easily find them by going under props. Let me view all props. So if I search for circle, you'll find different circles we can use. Let's go with this one. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. So now we have our 3 circles. Let's look for line, and I will use this one. And we can simply resize it. Let's copy and paste. And you see this small icon? This is a rotate icon. You can rotate it like this. And we need to copy it one more time. And I will rotate it like this. And this should look good. And now we need to send these lines to the back, so I will simply select it and click send backwards. Send backwards. Same for this one. We also need to add our text. Let's go and select a font. And let's resize this, copy and paste, qualified candidates. and I'll choose red for this text. Now we need to go and search for the characters we are using here. So we have 3 characters, and I think I'm gonna find them under office. So let's go and search office. And here is one. I think this should go here. Let's see the one I used. Okay, that's for Kevin, and the other one, I think that's for Andrew. Okay, that's just an easy way to find it. Okay, so let's add this one, flip it, resize it. Add it and flip it, resize it. See, it only takes a few minutes to add these elements. Now we have all of our elements ready. Let's preview this scene. But before we do that, we need to again make sure we adjust our scene to the timeline. So let's end it right here and start here. Okay. Okay, let's preview this.
Over the phone, the solution company was able to analyze David's needs and match him with qualified candidates.
Now we need to do 2 things. We need to move the text layer to be the last layer because we want the text to appear last. So we will need to move this down. Let me drag it down. And we're going to do the same thing for this one. So this will make sure that we have this text appear first, then qualified candidates appear next, and these 2 slides will appear last. So if we preview this again,
over the phone, the solution company was able to analyze David's needs and match him with qualified candidates.
The last thing we need to do is to add check mark. So I'll go to props and search for check mark. Okay, so let's go with this one. I'll hit settings and I'll choose green. Apply. Now you see I have a check mark, but it's not colored. So in order to color this icon, I simply need to click here. This will switch between white and black icons or white and black images and show you the colored versions of the same images. This is an add-on that you can buy for $67, and it's an extra cost, but you will get option to buy this when you buy Doodly. So I think it's helpful, especially if you want to create colored animation videos, as I'm going to show you next. So let's choose this image and I will remove this one, resize it. Then I'll simply copy and paste. So now we are ready to preview our scene.
Over the phone, the solution company was able to analyze David's needs and match him with qualified candidates.
So this looks good. I only want to change the duration for the check marks. So let's reduce this to, let's say 40, 48. And here where it says extra time at the end, maybe you can increase it to 1.25 seconds. And again, after doing these changes, we need to adjust our scene. Let's preview.
Over the phone, the solution company was able to analyze David's needs and match him with qualified candidates.
Now let's move to the next scene.
Candidates. Within days, David had a wide selection of qualified pre-screened workers to choose from.
So simply go and look for our characters. You'll see here that I have my colored mode switched on because I clicked on the rainbow add-on, but you can turn it on and off. That's why I like this add-on and I recommend it if you want to create colored videos. For now, I will leave it off. And now I will select this character that says Adam Happy, and I will resize it. You can search happy and it will give you all the happy characters over here. So now let's adjust this on the timeline. Let's preview.
Hello, this is David.
Okay, let's preview from here. Okay.
Within days, David had a wide selection of qualified pre-screened workers to choose from. Hello.
Okay, this looks good. So now let's move to the next scene.
Workers to choose from. Thanks to the solution company, now David can sit back and relax knowing he has got the right people for the right job.
For this scene, we will simply go to our characters and go select this one. I'll simply drag it and make it large like this, and I'll go to props. I'll look for bubble or thinking bubble, whatever you want to search for, and here is the bubble that I'm looking for, and I will flip it and resize it. We can also rotate it a little bit. So we can simply go to our previous slide, this one. Since I have already used the same character before, we can simply copy and go back to our slides and paste it. And we do have two more. Okay, let's copy this one. And copy this one. Okay, so we only need to adjust them a little bit. So let's bring this forward. Okay. All right, so we are now ready to preview our slides. Let's adjust the slide on the timeline.
Thanks to the solution company, now David can sit back and relax knowing he has got the right people for the right job.
Maybe we can go and change the duration for this bubble, make it 1 second. And we can stretch the scene. And let's see how this will look like.
Thanks to the solution company, now David can sit back and relax knowing he has got the right people for the right job.
Okay, this looks good. Now let's move to the next slide.
Job. Do you want to find the right people for your business? Call the solution.
So we'll simply need to add text. So I'll go to our text slide and I'll simply copy, since I'm using the same font, and paste it here. Okay, it says right people for and we'll copy this one more time and I'll type in your own business. Change color to red. Now we need to adjust it on the timeline. And this is it. Okay, let's preview this scene.
Do you want to find the right people for your business?
Okay, this looks good. Now moving to the next slide.
For your business? Call the solution company today. Let the solution.
Okay, we need to add our logo. So if I go to props, I have my logo here. And I'll copy the text. And here we can add a phone number. And let's move to the last slide.
Let the solution company help you grow your business.
Okay, so we have two more slides. We have this one. So let's add it. Again, I will simply copy this character since I've used the same character on this slide. Let's copy and paste. And we need to go under props and look for graph. We only need to adjust it on the timeline. Let's see.
Let the solution company help you grow your business.
Now we need to add the last slide. I'll simply go to this slide and copy the logo. And let's see how it looks like. Okay, this is the same slide, so I will simply copy and paste it over here. And we are done. Now let's preview our video.
Hello, this is David. David runs his own business selling local goods. But David has a big problem. He got too much to do and he can't find qualified help. Everywhere David has looked, he has only found unqualified employees. Then one day David called the solution company. Over the phone, the solution company was able to analyze David's needs and match him with qualified candidates. Within days, David had a wide selection of qualified pre-screened workers to choose from. Thanks to the solution company, now David can sit back and relax knowing he has got the right people for the right job. Do you want to find the right people for your business? Call the solution company today. Let the solution company help you grow your business.
Now we are ready to export our video, but before we do that, let's go to the setting and you see where it says video ends when. It's currently selected as animation ends. When animation ends, the video is going to end. You can select when both the animation and audio ends. Keep in mind, if you select this option, the video is going to continue if you have a longer, soundtrack, the video is not going to end right here. Instead, it's just going to play till the end of your soundtrack. In my case, I don't want this to happen, so I will go and I'll make sure that I have my video ends when the animation ends. So this shouldn't be a problem. I just wanted to make you aware that your video is going to end here, although your track is longer. But another thing you can do is you can also go and edit your track. So if you drag the end of the bar, it should cut the length of the track like this. To make your soundtrack sound even more professional, you can end it using a fade out effect. And you can simply add the fade out effect by clicking on your track, right click and select fade out. And you can extend the fade out effect as long as you want. Let's make it end here. So let's hear this.
Today. Let the solution company help you grow your business.
So now it looks perfect. Now let's export our video. If I click export, as you can see, I can select a resolution. Let's go with a high definition. You can select the frame per second and the quality. Let's go for MP4 and I will click continue. So our video has finished exporting. Let's see how it looks like.
Hello, this is David. David runs his own business selling local goods. But David has a big problem. He got too much to do and he can't find qualified help. Everywhere David has looked, he has only found unqualified employees. Then one day David called the solution company. Over the phone, the solution company was able to analyze David's needs and match him with qualified candidates. Within days, David had a wide selection of qualified pre-screened workers to choose from. Thanks to the solution company, now David can sit back and relax knowing he has got the right people for the right job. Do you want to find the right people for your business? Call the solution company today. Let the solution company help you grow your business.
Looking good. So now if we go back to Doodly, I want to show you how easy it is to change the style of the background. So if you remember, we have selected Whiteboard when we created our video. We can go back and change the style to, for example, dark, and click apply. So now we have a Blackboard video.
Hello, this is David. David runs his
This
own
is how it
business
looks
selling
like.
local goods. But David,
If you want to try a different style, you can easily change it to green, or you can use Glassboard and you can use a different hand. All you need to do is just change the style at any time and hit apply. And this is going to be applied in a few seconds. As you can see,
hello, this is David.
this is a
David runs his own
Glassboard
business selling local goods.
background.
But David has a big problem. He got too much to do and he can't find qualified help. Everywhere David has looked, he has only found.
So same if you want to use a custom image or a custom color, I can choose a different color from here, or I can use a custom image. So let me show you if I use a custom image. And I will crop it like this, done, and hit apply. So now our video is using the custom background image
Hello,
as
this
shown,
is David.
like
David
this.
runs his own business selling local goods. But David has a big problem. He got too much to do.
Now if you want to add a coloring effect to all of your doodles, you can simply do that by clicking here. This will enable the color mode for all of your assets. So not only characters, but also scenes. and props. So if I go and show you an example, if I select this one and I drag it here, it will replace the same image in the same exact location. So this is going to save you time, because instead of dragging and dropping the element and then having to resize it and put it in the same location, you can simply drag and drop it to replace the same image. So I can do the same thing on the next slide. If I go here and select this one and replace, and simply go to the next slide and do the same thing, it's going to add a coloring effect for all of them. Now I will show you how you can draw a custom path for the drawing hand. So this way you can tell Doodly exactly how to draw each element. So let me show you how this works. If I go here and upload any image like this one, I've just uploaded this image. If I go and click this pencil icon, edit, it will give me a preview of how this image is being shown. And if I want to change the way the software draw this element, I will create a custom path here. And this is very easy. All I need to do is simply click the plus icon. And let's say I want the board to be showing first. So I will draw the board first. So this is our first path, and here I'll increase the path size. You need to have all the image highlighted in red as shown here in order to be visible, as you can see here on the preview screen. So it will draw the frame first, and then we can create a new path. Let's say I want to draw the rest of the board. And lastly, I want to draw the image of this guy, so I will create a custom new path here and simply choose how I want to draw him. First, start with the head and moving to his body and his hands. So just like to show you a quick example. I know this is not perfect, but it will show you what I mean here. And as you can see in the preview screen, we still need to make sure that we cover all the spaces in red. So it will draw him like that. Lastly, we need to create a new path for the background. So that's how you tell the software how you want to draw each element. And if you like this, you can simply click Save and Return. And my new settings are now saved. If I want to preview this element, you'll see how it looks like now. If I click Preview, you'll see. So now you can see I have it exactly the way I want. This is a very good feature if you want to have more control on your elements, or in case you upload new images and they are not showing the way you want inside the software. Now it's your turn to create some amazing whiteboard videos. These videos are great for promoting your website, business, or any kind of products or services you might have. Don't forget to check all of my bonuses from the link in the video description. If you enjoyed this video, please support this channel by giving me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And don't forget to subscribe. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.